All right, hey everyone. We are officially going to kick off our Greek unit this week. So, the very first thing that I'm going to have you guys do is something that we actually haven't done in the last few years. We had kind of redesigned our project for the Greek unit, and the city-state flags had kind of gone by the wayside. However, since we're not going to get to do the whole experience that we would have if we were in the classroom, I figured that getting to do a little city-state exploration would be a good way to start off our Greek unit and kind of have some fun in the process. So, welcome to ancient Greece. We are going to be looking at something that was divided in what we call city-states. And we'll read more about that in a little bit. But essentially, all Greeks spoke the same language, and that was kind of where their commonalities ended. So they were divided in really separate territories where they would have many times their own gods and goddesses that were important to them. They would have their own form of currency or money. They would really specialize in idolize certain things. So you are going to get this paper on your Google Classroom, and you're going to need to do the same thing you did with the ship's log. So you're going to need to open it up in Docs, make a copy of it so you can type right on it. At the top, there's directions. You get to pick one of the 6 city-states that I have set up for you. No, Athens and Sparta are not going to be on there because our textbook does a lot of work with Athens and Sparta. So you're going to actually get to be from one of the still famous city-states, but maybe not as famous as Athens and Sparta. So you're going to go ahead and follow the directions on Google Classroom. You're going to go to the website. It is ancient.eu, and you're going to search up your city-state's name. There are 6 options, as I said. Before you pick one, you might want to do just a little bit of pre-research, click around and see what they're all about, because you might find that you're like, oh, I'd never heard of this city-state, but I actually think that it's really awesome. So once you pick which of the city-states you're going to be focusing on and proudly claim that you're from that city-state for the duration of our project, you will then find 10 facts about your city-state using that website that we've provided for you. Again, everything's going to be linked in the Google Classroom. So you're going to put down things that you might be interested on, including your city-state's history, monuments, types of art that they specialized in, coinage, meaning what did their money actually look like, government, and leisure activities. Once you come up with your 10 facts, you're then going to create a flag for your city-state. Now, we have very few guidelines on how to create your state flag. The biggest thing is it needs to have some sort of symbol to represent your city-state. How obvious or abstract that is kind of up to you. In the past, we've also had this be done completely by hand. However, because we're at home, you might choose to get a white piece of computer paper. If you have art paper, if you have index cards, you can really make this flag on any sized paper you want. Kind of what you need to know is just let your imagination run wild with this. And then we are expecting you to make sure it's following a flag format, which pretty much means most of them are horizontal and they have very few words. They might have something like a date on them or a name or a phrase. But if you're not quite sure what flags look like, you haven't been paying attention to the school hallways, but you can always do a Google image search to get some inspiration for how to create a city-state flag. This is your design. It is based off of the information that you got from your search on your particular city-state. Once you have your project completed, there is going to be a due date posted on Google Classroom. You're going to turn in your research page as well as your city-state flag to Google Classroom. If you're creating it digitally, then you can go ahead and save that file and upload it to Google Classroom. If you are creating something on paper, just know that you are going to have to take a picture of it. The good thing is most of our phones have cameras these days. If you don't have a camera at home, you're going to just snap a quick picture, upload that picture to the Google Classroom, and that's how you're going to turn in your first ancient Greek project. If you have any questions, our Zoom chats are always a great time to ask. You can also ask questions on the Google Classroom post itself, or you can always email me. Thanks, you guys.